Something I should note, right now on Yu-Gi-Oh! Pro, there seems to be a problem with the artifact movement spell card. For some reason, when I set it, most of the time I'm not given the prompt to activate it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I'm honestly not sure if this is a glitch or just the card is not supposed to activate at any old time. If it's a glitch, it's annoying, but will most likely be sorted out by the next update. If it's not, then that hampers the playability a wee bit. But some smarter playing should at least fix that, I suppose. But yeah, in this duel, I set 5 and pass, thinking that I'm going to be able to explode in the next turn, but it doesn't really happen. So while you watch me get my ass kicked while I can't put up any resistance, I'll go over the effects of the main deck artifacts right now. Right now we've got Artifact, Beagle Tack. I am sure I pronounced that very much correctly. Anyway, you can set this card from your hand to your spell and trap card zone as a spell card. The standard effect of all the artifacts, set them as a spell and trap and hope your opponent blind MSCs or something for a laugh. When this set card in your spell and trap card zone is destroyed and sent to the graveyard during your opponent's turn, special summon this card. That's the other property of all the artifacts that aren't Xyzs anyway. Set them as set them as back row. If they're destroyed during your opponent's turn, you can special summon them, and then they get their more unique effects. If this card is special summoned during your opponent's turn, destroy up to 2 set cards you control. This can only be used once per turn. So obviously you can destroy another 2 of your artifacts and get their effects. It's a pretty great card, and at the very least it frees up your back row a wee bit. Next we've got Artifact Caducus, another very correctly pronounced name. Set this card, destroy during your opponent's turn, special summoned. During your opponent's turn, when an artifact monster is special summoned, draw 1 card. You must control this face-up card to activate and resolve its effect. You can only control 1 Artifact Caducus. Yet another great card, and can provide some great draw power. The stats, 2400 defense is quite nice, so it's got a decent chance of surviving at least. You can draw quite a few cards with this effect. Next up we've got Artifact Aegis. Set a spell and trap, special summon when destroyed. If this card is the special summon during your opponent's turn, until the end of this turn, artifact monsters you control cannot be targeted by or be destroyed by card effects. So it's pretty nice protection there. If I'm reading this right, that means even if you manage to summon an artifact after this, after Aegis, then they'll also be protected, which means it could also extend to the Xyz monster, which is pretty nice. Up next, Artifact Fail Not. Oh the jokes, oh the jokes. Anyway, set spell. If this card is special summoned during your opponent's turn, target 1 artifact monster in your graveyard and set it to your back row as a spell card. Pretty nice recovery, sets up for more shenanigans. Not much else to say there. Artifact Moraltak. So right. You can set this card, special summon this card. If this card is special summoned during your opponent's turn, destroy 1 face-up card your opponent controls. Nice popping effect. Not going to do much to their back row since there's hardly any continuous spell and traps I can think of outside of the Dolce that you'll be facing on a regular basis. Still, it's pretty nice monster removal at the very least, and you know, nice. And then there's Artifact Labris. Yeah. Same old. When an artifact card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon this card from your hand. So yeah, this is a dual function kind of thing. You can simply leave this artifact sitting in your hand, because even when it's in the hand, you're going to end up special summoning it anyway. So the only reason you put it in the spell and trap card zone is to try and, you know, trick your opponent into, you know, tricks. main games. The point is, you can keep it in your hand, maintain some sort of card advantage, make your opponent think you've got more than you really do. So it's pretty nice in that respect. And let's see. Well, in this duel I'm able to show off a bit more what the artifacts can do. Just got a Bugle attack there, destroying 2 of my set artifacts. Bringing out these 2 guys here. Then I draw Catastrophe, which is nice, and I've got Star Drawn in my hand, which means I'm going to get another free draw once I XEs. I'll bring out Freezer Daunt just to go into Crystal Zero. Very powerful monster. 500 attack per XEs material, which means 3700 attack once it's summoned. And as I said before, Overlay Booster can bring that up to 5200. So it's a pretty intimidating monster, just assuming he doesn't get banished or compulsed. It's never fun when that kind of thing happens. I also bring out the XE's monster Gerando. Already went over his effects. Should probably clarify a wee bit. The second effect, as you can see in the corner, if you just pause, when your opponent activates his effect, you can change that effect to destroy one spell or trap. Well, destroy one spell or trap that you control. As long as you got a back row full of artifacts, very great effect. Or even if you don't, then the effect can at least disrupt what they want to do. If they want to activate Dark Hole or something, just go, nah, you're over to destroy in one spell or trap. Sucks to be you, haha. Fun disruption there. My opponent brings out Blaster and a Typhoon card, which kinda surprised to see there. Then again, it's a level 6 fire, and that seems to be the theme of this deck. I'm not sure if it's meant to be some sort of Hazy Flame deck. I think I only saw one of those, and since my monster was going to be destroyed, I went, screw it, used his effect to shuffle the hand, hope he got something less useful than whatever he did have, and just waiting to see what he's going to do next. Sorry. Just waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. Always fun when I'm waiting. So he just sets a card and ends his turn. I get to draw another Star Drawing, and I'm like, yeah, why not? Another free draw, another rank 5 to bring out. Decided to go away, see if I can remember here. Zen Mighty, I think. Come on, don't keep it waiting, guy. Who is me? Yeah, I went for Zen Mighty here. Ended up having to destroy 1/1 cards just to get rid of that, but it didn't really matter at this point, since, you know, I'd pretty much won. Now, you know, it's not like you had Battle Feather or anything. I think that's the level 2 tuner there. Never really took a good look, but anyway, I managed to win this game, and now on to the next one. Okay, duel number 2 here. Well, technically 3, but anyway. So 2 Star Drawings. Okay then, I suppose. 2 artifacts. One of them's Labris. Got a Photon Slasher there, which I can bring out later on when I get to XEs. I decide to set Star Drawing, and yeah, I noticed that the opponent doesn't have an extra deck, and I'm not sure if this guy, well, he most likely was new, and it seemed to be he was going for some sort of control deck, I think. I decided to use the Compulse just, you know, because I figured that I'd be XEs the next turn anyway, and I wasn't really expecting anything particularly dangerous from this deck anyway. So I flip up Star Drawing, summon the other one. Since I'm still pretty much a noob myself, so I don't know if I'd be getting 2 draws if I XEs the 2 of them, but I'll need to find out another day, since it turns out this guy had Fly and Sea. Oof. kind of annoying, but I'm using a deck full of level 5s, so I can get rid of it next turn anyway. Still kind of annoyed that I can't really do much this turn except just attack directly. 3200's a nice amount of damage, I suppose, though. The Flying Sea, for those of you that don't know and can't be bothered reading, the text that's right there, it basically stops your opponent from XC summoning by letting you special summon it to their field. It's quite annoying, but not really much of a problem. He brings out the Armoured Bee again. That effect really is quite nice for a 1600 attacker. It pretty much screws over quite a lot of monsters, really. I lose a Star Drawing, totally sucks, always me. Brings out that Spider's Lair, has that effect there, and then he brings out the, what do you call it again, Insect Neglect, that was it, thank you video. But yeah, you can banish an insect from the graveyard to stop an attack. Not that he really, well, he has one now, but it's pretty much dead at this point in the game. And I'm going to make it even deader in just a minute. Bring out Volcasaurus for a free draw and free nuking. Always needs to get rid of Overlay Booster. He's now got 3200 life points left. So then I overlay Gaia because Volcasaurus can't attack when he uses his effect. And then I can bring out my 2 Photon Slashers due to the effect, and bring out yet another rank 5. I decided to go with Constellar Blades here because he can bounce back row and he would have been able to stop my 2 attacks. So I just bounce back the Insect Neglect card, and at this point it's pretty much GG. Yeah, not really much to show off the deck here. But the next duel is a tad more interesting at least, so yeah. Going second in this. I really don't like going second with the artifacts. I don't like going second with any deck in general, I suppose, but with artifacts it just feels extra, disadvantageous, but whatever. I've got a Theosophy Trap card there, set my 2 other artifacts, set the movement. I'll keep the Garbage Lord for later, and just need to wait and see what my opponent does and all that. So just biding my time here, waiting to see what he's got. Just got the Morphin Jar there. So sucks that I need to lose the Dark Hole, but whatever. Going by the Lava Golem in the Final Countdown deck, I must be Budgeons. It's Budgeons, right? Kinda sucks because I really, utterly despise Final Countdown. Thank God TCG just practically destroyed the deck. Yeah, I'm happy that that deck's practically dead and buried, sort of. So I'm just nuking my back row here, bringing out extra artifacts. I believe I just set an Aegis while also special summoning an Aegis, which is very pointless, especially when I'm bringing out Big Attack, which destroys 2 set cards. So I've pretty much just wasted an Aegis. Then again, I'm not really going to be getting much use out of Aegis in this duel anyway, since, Final Countdown. I also need to be wary of Lava Golems, which I wasn't during this duel really, but I'm an idiot anyway, and things happen, blah blah blah. Getting extra cards there, at least I've got the advantage, numbers wise. I got Malevolent Catastrophe, and no artifacts to actually use it with. Imagine that. So I'm just thinking of my options here. What would be the best to use against this kind of deck? I mean, Durandal should be an obvious choice, since I can disrupt all their Lava Coups and their Thunder Rulers, and if the gods permit, final countdown itself. Get rid of that card, and then they basically lose their entire win condition and they need to scoop right there. It's just a shame I couldn't negate that particular card, but oh well. I bring out the King of Heavy Industry to try and mill as much of his resources as possible. I make a wee bit of a mistake here. I was thinking, I forgot the amount of cards you destroy is limited to the monsters you mill, so I ended up clicking on Morphin Jar first just because that's what I happened to scroll over. Very much a wasted, the destruction effect, but it doesn't really matter in the end because I just bring out Zen Mighty to destroy those 2 set cards. Annoyingly enough though, that back row there's a Wabaku, so I can't really do much else this turn anyway. I draw another Catastrophe, and still very dead. Flip the Wabaku, there you go, so I can't really I go, yeah, that was what I done. Something I managed to forget. No wait, yeah, I used the effect, but I don't think it worked because I didn't really have any spell and traps to destroy anyway, so I really should comment in real time, but I've got a bunch of technical limitations over here, so not really an option for me. Either way, I negated the Wabaku, but it was the Battle Fader that stopped me for this turn. That happens quite a lot. And then again, that's to be expected to be a final countdown deck. It just, even when you think you've won, it's like suddenly Battle Fader lulls with Scarecrow, and then you start to panic when you see that turn counter rising higher and higher and higher and higher and higher, and you're like, God, I've got to make a play here. I've got to win this very turn or else I'm screwed. Then again, I'm still in a pretty good position. He's got 5 cards in hand, I've got 3, but I've got 5 on the field. My artifact's still got 1 more effect to go off. If he sets too many, I'll use Zen Mighty. He pulls out 1 day a piece. Would have been very annoying if he got it off, but I decided to just go for the effect change in there, and he ends up destroying my Catastrophe, which is a bit of a shame I suppose, but wasn't really going to get much use out of it in the near future anyway. Sets a card. Let's see. Yes, I special summon in the hopes that I can XCs in the next turn or something. Trying to decide what would be the best. I go for Moral Attack there, so I can at least not have to waste an attack on Fader. Only turn 3 there for final countdown, so not doing too bad. Immediately flips Wabaku. I can't do anything about it, I'm afraid, so I just go for King of Heavy Industries effect, try and get through more of his resources. Nothing to destroy, even if I did manage to get these monsters, which I did there. Overlay Gaia over Gerandal here, since, might as well. Extra attack at least. And I set my Beagle Attack, set Catastrophe. Oh yeah, just to kill some time I suppose, I should go over the extra effects that the spell and trap cards have. Artifact movement. If it's destroyed by your opponent while it's set, they need to skip the next battle phase, which is it's a pretty nice compensation for losing the card. And for the Theosophy there, damn, it's not coming. I can't think off the top of my head. I'm still very new to the archetype, as I said. I'll just need to wait for my chance to see that. There we go. You get to pop a card if that thing's destroyed before you can use it. Yeah, they're pretty multi-purpose cards there. It's like no matter what you do with them, you're going to get something out of it. So they're very powerful cards that way. Meanwhile, opponent's got 0 Gardener. Very, very, very annoying. I just flip my trap card to bring out another Moral Attack to destroy it before it can, waste yet another turn. Pop goes the Gardener. Turn 7 for final countdown. I'm still in a relatively good position, you know, considering what I have compared to what he has. You know, like I've practically got a full field there. I go for the attack. In hindsight, I probably should have overlaid for. Actually, no, I forget I said that. I was just gonna say I was gonna bring out Durando, to hopefully negate Fader's effect, but Fader wouldn't have been on the field, so yeah, so I wouldn't have been able to change the effect anyway. I bring out Durando now, just to deal with any spells and traps next turn. But overlay booster there, I decided to just use it on Durando just for the hell of it. Because, you know, fit for 100 attacks, nothing to, you know, scoff at. Set the bottomless, even though it's pretty much destined to never see any use in this duel. I wonder why he put Fader in attack mode. He was probably just trying to, you know, show off or something. Goes for the swords. I go for the effect change. You know, I'm kind of curious about how this works now. I used the effect to, you know, change swords as effect to destroy a card, but it stays on the field. I didn't want to risk it, you know, staying on the field just in case it, you know, reverted back to its original. So I just destroy the swords, and well, yeah, he popped Catastrophe a minute ago. It really annoyed me how he kept popping, you know, all my spells and traps but not my actual artifacts. It's as if he knew. Draw Star Drawing, which is practically worthless right now. I've only got like one space on the field. I don't think he can really. I don't think there's anything in the deck that would actually stop my attack at this point anyway. You know, you can't really Fader an attack against another Fader and stuff like that. So he takes massive damage. Almost there. I go for the attack, which I know is just going to get stopped. But, you know, that's one less resource for him at least. And coming up to the 10-minute mark on the first part of this recording. I really hate Bandicam's limitations. And there we go, stupid Bandicam. Anyway, so yeah, very good position here. 4 Xyz is out, 4 back row, mostly dead I suppose. Brings out another 0 Gardener, kinda sucks. And by the way, see what I mean about the whole artifact movement thing? Sometimes it wants to work, sometimes it doesn't. It's like I need another card with an effect I can use on the field before it will prompt me for some reason. Really hope that gets fixed, or at the very least is not the intended effect. Anyway, I don't think I could have changed Zero Garden's effect. I didn't want to, you know, risk it, so couldn't really do anything because of that. Turn 12 and final countdown. Numbers are really starting to pile up there. Brings in another duality. Debate for a wee bit on what I should do. I end up deciding to just, you know, negate it, since that means she's now only got one card in the field, and I don't know why I wouldn't have. Anyway, destroys movement, skips battle phase, not like it matters. All he has left is junk synchron, and at this point he just gives up. So yeah, good for me. Okay, that was my little showcase on the artifact archetype there. I really like it. It's fairly unique archetype, very interesting, but quite surprising. I'd like to see it mixed with other archetypes. I believe on the Yu-Gi-Oh! For Real Men channel there was a Madolche artifact deck mix. It was quite fun to watch. I'd like to think what would really go well with the archetype. Well, since the artifacts are all fairies, I could probably splash, you know, things like Christian into the deck, but I've got a personal hatred for that card, so nah. I suppose the agents. Well, I can always, you know, try out random combinations at some point in the future. But for now, thanks for watching my videos, and if people are interested in this kind of thing, then I'll make more, and hopefully they'll be a lot better, you know, quality wise, but I can't really make any promises there. Again, thanks for watching, and yeah, have a good day and all that.